Today we are in Baxter State Park in northwestern Maine near the town of Millinocket. Yep, we're here once again. And the purpose of this trip is to bag the last two peaks on the New England 67 4,000 footers list. 4,143 foot North Brother and 4,756 foot Hamlin Peak. We're doing the former peak first because conditions are quite wet for Hamlin Peak. Sign says 4.5 to the summit, but according to the Maine mountain guide, it's 4.6. So we're going to take the Marston Trail, well, we're going to register there first, then we're going to take the Marston Trail to the top of North Brother and see where we go from there. Have a small little brook crossing right here. Makes you wonder if this would be, this brook would even exist under dry conditions. Whatever. Thank God for Gore-Tex boots. Yeah. Another brook crossing. And yeah, these brook crossings, because this recent rain, might be somewhat tricky. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to do my thing and I'll meet you on the other side. Now we're starting to gain some altitude. Awesome. In case I've mentioned it before, North Brother, if successful, will be number 66 on the New England 67 4,000 footers list for me. Which means all I'd love to do is Hamlin Peak. Whether or not I'll do is get out, I don't know. I'll decide when it comes around. Some nice rock work right here. Reminds you of the walk work on the Mount Tecumseh Trail in New Hampshire. Alright, we have another mess of a brook crossing. Oh, let's do it to it. Whoa. Yes. Onward we go to the summit. Alright, we've come to what appears to be the toughest water crossing thus far. I might have to get my feet wet. Don't know if I can cross here. I gotta find a place to cross, try and cross. If I do, I'll meet you on the other side. Yeah, I was right when I said that. I have to get my feet wet. Like I keep saying, thank goodness for Gore-Tex waterproof boots. Should have about 3 miles to the top. Can we do it? Can we summit number 66 in the New England 67? Right, we've reached the pond that is approximately halfway up the Marston Trail, tucked below North and South Brother. I don't know if you could hear it throughout the video, but that wind is whipping. This could be like a freight train up on the summit, I'm pretty sure. So, worst case scenario, I just layer up, run over there, get a summit video, a few pics, and just book it back down to shelter. Whatever, we'll see what's in store for us. Yeah, I remember reading some stuff on the forums about how part of the Marston Trail, I think near the pond, was very, very wet and flooded. I think I found the section they were talking about. This is awful. But I'm going. I'm still chugging along. I didn't drive 320 miles here to turn back. Only way I will is if it's a really, really bad trail conditions or whatever. Alright, we're past that hellish trail section. And now we're going up and around the ridge above the pond to the upper junction with the Mount Cove Trail. And from Jack Junction, we'll keep following the Marston Trail 0.9 miles to the summit of number 66. Let's do it to it. Wow, look at this titanic boulder. Reminds me of the ones on the Hunts Trail on Mount Katahdin, Baxter Peak. Going around. Nice. The trail's picked up in grade quite a bit. Back there it went fairly steeply up the mountainside with some quasi-scrambling. That just means elevation gain boost. Awesome. On we go. Alright, now the trail, albeit rocky and wet, it's almost level. Which means we should be getting close to the upper junction. But then again, holding and hiking for an hour, it's 2.4 miles in junction to junction, so either we're that fast or we just got a little while to go and we don't realize it. Alright, this is a little ridiculous. The trail is like a brook. if there are no blazes, it could easily pass as just a regular old brook. Whatever, I'll definitely earn this one if I can make it this is freaking ridiculous. I don't mean to be a downer, but this is without a doubt one of the worst trail sections I've ever hiked in my life. Wet, slippery, eroded, running water. Ugh. Hopefully it ends soon. We're at the junction with the Upper Mount Co Trail, which goes that way. Oh man. This trail conditions, pardon my French, are very, very shitty. And this along with Hamlin Peak are my last two peaks. Honestly, I don't want one of my final peaks to be summited under such crappy conditions. Plus I'll have to get down all this, and it looks like the crappiness continues that way, so I think I'm gonna turn back. I really don't want to, since I drove so far, but I don't want to summit one of my last two peaks under crappy conditions. I want to summit under good conditions. So I'm gonna head back, go through this freaking slop of an excuse of a trail, and then I'll meet you back in the car, assuming nothing interesting happens. Back at the trailhead off the Park Tote Road in Baxter State Park. So yeah, we did end up turning back. Reasons why: trail conditions were absolute crap, especially past the pond. The cold and wind, plus I was wet from all walking through all those trees and those ponds and brooks and whatnot, so I didn't want to risk getting too cold, hypothermia, that kind of thing. Plus, this would have been number 66 on the list. It's one of my final peaks, and I want to remember it for being a good, nice hike, not a slog through all this crap, if you know what I mean. So, it really pained me to turn back, but at least I'm safe. The mountain will be here another day. So let's see. The distance we did was 7.4 miles round trip. Not sure about the vertical gain, probably about 2,000 or so, maybe a little over. So I'm gonna go into town, get some lunch, possibly look into a consolation hike. Gonna turn into the campsite for the night, and then I'm gonna try Hamlin Peak tomorrow for a number 66. If you decide to tag along with me, I'll catch you in my next video. If not, see you on my next adventure.